What's going on, guys? My name is Lane, also known as Shakalaka Lane.
My name is Jack, also known as Sexy Potato, and this is episode 16 of Streamer Stories, where we talk about our progress in becoming content creators here on Twitch, as well as YouTube, as well as anything else we feel like talking about. And I guess we can just go ahead and hop right into it.
Jack, I believe you got some new gear. Share with the
do
class.
Have some new gear. I finally, after announcing I was getting it like 2 months ago, I got my Stream Deck. I upgraded to the XL one because they screwed it up massively getting it to me, and I complained enough, and they were like, "Okay, fine, we'll just one of these." So I got me a nice Stream Deck, which is exciting. It means I can do some of the behind the scenes for Jeopardy.
Yeah.
This Wednesday.
Speaking of Jeopardy,
I also got a cactus. Got a cactus, guys.
He has a cactus.
Bruce, oxygen. Photosynthesis.
Speaking of Jeopardy, boy, do we have some sad news for anyone who was not there live. Turns out the recording we did just killed itself and corrupted, and it's I honestly don't know what happened. I went to do some video editing for it today, threw it into Premiere Pro, and it's like, we don't recognize this file. Like, interesting. Try to just open it up. We don't recognize this file. It could be corrupted. I'm like, well, crap. So spent about an hour and a half trying like all these different ways to uncorrupt a video file. And then I realized, oh, this file is only 6.5 megabytes. It should be at least 2 gigabytes. And that's when I gave up. And more unfortunately, apparently we don't have our VODs turned on for this channel, so we couldn't even go download the VOD off of Twitch. So it's
gone.
It's the lost episode of Jeopardy that if you were live, if you saw it live, you got to see it. If you didn't, sucks, because I felt like it did really good. It did really good.
Really cool to have that around.
Yeah,
and
to
see,
and to especially like see the progression of the episodes. You know, you can go look back in episode 1 of Jeopardy and see how much it changed from.
Yeah. But I mean, as much as that does suck, the Jeopardy itself was massive success.
Yes, it was. People loved it. I think we averaged 20 viewers, which
20 viewers.
Yep. This channel already has a higher average than either one of our personal channels, so
yep. Which is good. Had a lot of followers out of it. I think that day we basically doubled.
Yeah.
Because we are
on the WSD channel.
I think we're at 40
for
the WSD channel. We're at 40. Which means we're only 10 away from hitting the 50 for affiliate. So honestly, the farthest thing away might be just getting enough hours recorded or live streamed on the channel to make it hit affiliate in a month.
Yeah, because it has to be all.
Because you're required to do 8.
And these podcasts are like maybe 40 minutes long. So we might have to do like just end of the month. All right, let's just hop on and let's just play some games for like 3 hours or a couple hours, Jack and I.
Hang out and talk, right?
Yeah, just hang out and talk. Yeah, maybe we'll just do like a random interview. I don't know, just to get us over the edge.
It's like a podcast, but we just keep talking.
Exactly, we actually talk. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. Like I'm honestly like in a bad mood now because of it.
He has been quite cranky.
It was like an hour and a half ago that I gave up on trying to recover the footage. And I'm not even gonna shower. I'm just gonna go lay down in bed because I mean, I've spent at least 20 hours working on that and was excited to, make it into an actual YouTube video. And then for just the file to be corrupted is just like a huge punch in the face.
That really sucks.
Yeah, because basically this is what our YouTube content's going to be essentially. And we don't have that. We don't have that. Like, it's been like what 3 weeks since you actually released something besides the podcast now, and it's even going to be longer now.
Yeah, and it also sucks because it's like the content we've done before where we'd had screw ups before and you can go re-record that. You can't re-record
no
that Jeopardy game. You can't.
No, you really can't. Because like it's just like the mistakes were funny. Like the bouncing of your little host guy was hilarious. No one's gonna get any questions from this category with the Spanish authors. Just like that surprise was hilarious, and like you're not gonna get that same reaction because now people expect it, you know?
Yeah.
And
I mean, at least for the videos, it will still be unexpected because hypothetically they will not have seen it.
Yeah.
But for the 40 people who watched the thing, that's it. That's the only viewing of it.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I've been so excited. Like we've been this has been planned for almost a month at this point, and don't get a first video out of it. But the stream did really well. Like the stream did really well.
It did well.
I think we can still carry that on into like the next episode. Speaking of next episode, so the people, let me pull up the names. So our contestants for next episode, you know, obviously our champion, Breezaholic. Then we got Chica. I still don't like quite know how to pronounce her name. Let me pull up like the name. Lykehouse Chica. And then we also have Triple G, who is our rando from the not inside our community. So those will be our contestants for this week's Jeopardy. Should be fun. Also, I feel like we did learn a lot from our first episode. For example, this time I actually reached out to all the contestants and asked, all right, hey, what are some topics that you know about and you would assume most people would know about? Because we don't want because this week or last week, if you saw it live, Higgs really didn't know much of any of the questions. Like, hey, I think he knew like a couple of the memes and that's about it.
He did all right on the first half.
Did he? Yeah.
I think he was our leader after the first half.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But like the second half, and I just felt bad because like he didn't know any of the questions. He knew nothing about them.
If you don't
so hopefully we can help rectify that by asking people, all right, what are some things you know, like, and we'll think of like some kinds. Like there were some like things that people like brought up to me that were like very specific. And I'm like, okay, I like that specific. I'm actually gonna broaden it out into like make it to like a bigger category, essentially.
Yeah, make maybe that one question.
Yeah, make it one question, but expand into like a bigger category because, essentially, like they said, like a band name, and I'm like, that's way too specific. I don't think we can have 5 like good questions about just a single band. Because I don't think. Yeah. No one else would know like.
If you don't know that band,
exactly.
You're done.
I mean, even if you heard about the band, maybe get one question right. That's, yeah. So,
it's a constant balancing act we're gonna have to deal with the whole time because we have to deal with the fact that like these aren't actual Jeopardy contestants. Yes. Have taken a test, have gone through the ringer, Dave, and make it onto the show in the first place. These are just people that we've met and stuff. So it's a different quality, and we have to find that balance.
Yeah, because also like we don't want to make like every question stupid obvious, but we want people to know the answers, I guess.
Yeah.
That's basically our YouTube talk.
Yeah, that is our YouTube talk. I still think it was a massive success.
No, it was
even with the hiccup. But I think that's something that's like these things happen. It's gonna
Yeah.
it happens sometimes.
Oh, and then also something I didn't realize. So like for one of our questions last week, we were asking Sekiro bosses. You know how we said like true corrupted monk for that one guy boss. If you actually go and look at the boss, it doesn't say true corrupted monk. It was corrupted monk. It's only on the Wikipedia that it's true corrupted monk, which is where we got it from. So I guess we wanted to do that because like we thought it would get people, but I guess it's not really the name of the boss in the game. So
it's hard. Also,
yeah, maybe we should have made like a harder question or something, but I don't know.
I didn't even know. So
yeah,
it's all right. These things happen. I don't think that question would have changed the outcome of the game.
No, I mean, I told Izzy I went back and did the math, and he still would have ended up with 0 points. So
yeah, you would have bet it all anyways and lost it at the end. So
yeah,
it's all right.
I'm honestly surprised no one got that last question though. They all said the same thing too. They all said rotten egg.
Yeah. That was kind of funny.
And then I even messed up with the final Jeopardy questions, which is
that was hilarious.
Just a whole. It's gonna be.
That's half the fun of it, though. It's just like this,
how
like
scuff it was.
kind of broken production value.
It was high quality. It was the most high quality scuff production ever.
That was great. It was great. So I guess we could talk about our personal streams.
Yeah.
How are you?
Pretty good. So
I've actually made a few of these streams.
You what?
I've actually made a few of the streams recently.
Oh yeah, I saw that. So first off, I beat Sekiro using a piano. The Sekiro playthrough the piano just really helped my average. Because I went from like 4 or 5 averaging to 10 plus for every Sekiro stream on the piano I did. And then last Thursday I went back and played Fall Guys with the piano. And I averaged like 7.8, which I mean it's still better than what it was, but it's not as good as what I was getting with the Sekiro. So I think I'm gonna have to be sticking with that Soulsborne game using a piano. This week I am going to be playing Mortal Shell, which is a game I've never played before.
I've never heard of it.
I played a little bit through the tutorial just to make sure all my keybinds worked, but outside of that, I haven't really touched it. So yeah, that's going. And then also we got the community goal for the 10-hour IEA stream. Will be September 14th at 3 p.m. Central to 1 p.m. Central-ish.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be great. I highly recommend everyone come check it out at least. Like
a poor man.
I mean, like I'm actually like doing stuff like for the stream. I'm not gonna say like what exactly I'm doing, but like just like a short little example, like I'm adding specific channel point rewards just for that stream that you're only going to be able to do for that stream.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's gonna be
fun.
time. I can't wait to watch.
I'm looking forward to it. I've told Jack some
can't wait
ideas.
to leave it open and rank up those channel points.
Ooh, all the beans.
All the beans. Or
whatever
other things I could spend it on.
Yeah, like I can learn like 20 songs for you. Yeah, and then also like I'm getting back into adding some songs from the piano. No one redeemed it last stream, but I added a new song for last stream, and then I have one more prepared, and I'm working on a third one, and I can hopefully have. So there's like 3 mystery piano songs for my stream on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, because people like that, and then they spend money on bits to make me play piano. I'm like, okay. Like I think I made yeah. How your stream's going? Sorry, I didn't mean to talk so much about my stream.
Oh, you're good. That's the point of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, my streams were pretty similar as to last time we talked. I don't remember my specific statistics, but I mean, it's gone up than from what it was like 2, 3 weeks ago, where I had dipped down to like 3. I wasn't doing as well. But it's definitely been much better, much more consistent lately.
So you think the time has kind of
well-
helped with that? The time change?
I think a weird way in that, like, I'm seeing people that I haven't seen before from like others
I've seen
chats
that.
and stuff. Like, just random people keep popping in that I've like not from our
Not from our community.
like our community or anything. They're just here. So if I go ahead and look, it's since I started, it's basically like it's exactly the same as last week almost. One thing I've noticed is that Friday morning streams do really bad.
Really?
Comparatively. So usually, so my Tuesday morning streams have been my best, averaging like about 7. And then Wednesdays I average closer to like 5 to 6. And then consistently on Fridays, it's like 3. And that's only 2 weeks of
It's
doing
only 2
this new
weeks. Yeah,
schedule.
that's a small sample size.
Small sample size, but it's interesting that it's the same for both weeks, almost exactly the same. It's kind of interesting. We're gonna
One
keep
thing
doing it for a little while, see if that continues.
One thing that like I think is a hindrance to you doing the morning streams is you don't have anyone that's going to be rating you.
Yeah.
Like-
So I won't have people rating me. I know that.
So that's like I think
Most
that's
likely.
like I mean honestly I'd probably be down there with you if I wasn't being rated like every stream. Because like
I'm gonna tell you the last time I was rated.
yeah. Because
my
I mean
birthday. Actually was like the last time I got rated.
yeah, and then like for me I've been having streams that have more or yeah. I've been having more streams that I get raids in than not raids in. So I think that's probably helping me boost my average up. Like I mean, like I'm starting to like get my max viewers into the 20s, which I've never happened to me before. I think the highest before that was like maybe 16.
Yeah, see, for me it is like not even close to that. If I go to I gotta look at my max viewers. I don't even know where that is. There it is. It looks like I'm averaging, or my max is usually like 8 to 12.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. Honestly, I think you need to find like something that like makes you different. Like, you know, for me, I got piano playing hard games.
I've been starting to do that because
yeah,
I
'cause
finally
I
got my
Oh, sorry.
my,
I didn't mean to talk to
Stream Deck, and I've been loading that bad boy up with memes.
Yep.
I made that. No, Lane has seen that. I've made a funny animation from one of my bean eating clips where I'm like
Yep.
about to throw up. I haven't gotten to use it yet on stream. I haven't gotten a chance to do that. I thought it was good, but it is very funny. I would play it now if I could, but it's stream.
Charles, you can see it work on his stream. Sorry,
Yeah,
I should answer for
you
YouTube. Charles asked, "Can we see your new Stream Deck work?" And I mean, no, not right now because I'm hosting it. He can
see it.
He can press all the buttons he wants, and it won't do anything. Oh, okay. Actually, that's something I'll bring up later after we're done talking about streams.
So I got that.
Yeah, because I know you've been talking about, or you've taken a lot of influence from that one guy that you've told me about. I can't remember what his name is, but like he does like a lot of that meme stuff too.
Timmy, I forget what his
Which is
rest of his thing is, but Timmy is what they call him. I don't think that's his full Twitch title, but
I know you got a lot of influence from that, and I think like, you know, if you can get it like how he does it, I think it will be good for you. Obviously,
and I'm just in the process of putting it together right now.
Yeah. And then
it's pretty funny.
Also, we just need to grow on YouTube. Can you move your mic closer to your mouth, please?
It doesn't really get closer. I gotta move myself. Sorry. I think hopefully, I mean, like I was hoping that Jeopardy would do really well. Obviously, that's
It
like,
did, and I wanted to get it on YouTube.
yeah.
It just sucked. I mean, even if it wasn't corrupted, I don't think Breeze hasn't streamed, and he said he was going to stream tonight. So we haven't really had a chance to go give him the subs because we want to record that part and add it to the end of the video.
Yeah, we can probably throw it on the end of the second one just to still show it if we still care.
Yeah, no, I was still going to record it, but
or I mean, Breeze is also on it and could just be like, yeah, I got it. But
yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so another idea. So, obviously we're gonna eventually be moving on to like multiple game shows, right?
Hopefully.
Like that's kind of like our future road. And then someone brought up a really great idea that I think would be really good for adding onto YouTube. How exactly I put the show together.
Could be good.
And like I was thinking like, okay, I'll do it in like 2 parts. I'm like, all right, this is how I did everything in OBS. Put all the scenes together in OBS and everything. And then part 2 would be like, all right, this is how I program my stream deck to do all these animations that you see happening inside the show. And because
like making a game show in OBS.
Yes. And then if we move on, I think the next one we're talking about doing that wouldn't be too bad is either Wheel of Fortune or Family Feud, Streamer Feud, Wheel of Streamers. I don't know.
I think we'd have to do the Family Feud style because I was thinking about it with the like Wheel of Fortune. You need that like
the wheel
wall with like text.
Yeah. And
I feel like that might be hard to do specifically for each one because there's like the gaps are pre-made and stuff on their board and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I can make that though. I can easily make that. Honestly, you would probably have to host because since you have the big stream deck, you can activate each letter,
Yeah.
Or I know actually
yeah,
you could probably
I do have the benefit.
Actually, no. Actually, I can probably. It's like, okay, here's like all the letters. All right, A, and then it activates all the A's. So actually, I could probably do it. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, either way, like honestly, like I think like a lot of these game shows are pretty programmable. The only thing is like we need to actually start making money on our WSD Express channel in order to make more game shows because. If we're spending, because right now we're spending $25 a month, $25 a week on the Jeopardy, giving out the subs. I don't think we would be able to financially support $50 a week if we added a second game show a week.
Yeah, and because right now, my understanding, we're making this off of our merch.
Merch, yes. And I mean, people like every once in a while will buy some more merch, but that's a very limited fund. Eventually after
that's
that
a
runs
lot less than subs and stuff.
Yes. And then eventually we're going to be moving on to having it taken out of our personal Twitch funds.
Yeah. And we would rather it just come out of
WASD Express, yeah.
Twitch funds. So.
Yeah, but that's but then like like with my how do I put this together, I can continue that on with whatever new game shows we do, so that's kind of like it's kind of like a continued series, but only when we introduce a new game show. But honestly, I think it would be like I think people would enjoy that. And then because even if they don't want to actually create their game show, like I think people are interested in, all right, how did he put this together?
If especially like if the Jeopardy series itself gets popular,
exactly.
People could find that intriguing.
Yeah, and be like, oh my, and like I just want people to be like, oh my god, he did so much for this, and there's gonna be like, dude, you could have just done this so much easier. Just do this, and I'm like, oh god. But that's
perfect, and then you steal that.
Yeah. So that's like something I want to put together eventually. I don't want to do it immediately because I don't want anyone to steal like this Jeopardy idea and go make their own Jeopardy show and then take everyone. I don't know. I might put it out in like a couple of months or something. But yeah, that's kind of like my idea for another like kind of thing we can throw on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, that's only like a singular video, but you know, you could expand that if you do make other games as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be 2 videos because I think there's like so much put into it that I could, like I said, do 1 video for the OBS side, 1 video for the Stream Deck side.
Yeah. I could see that as well.
Yeah, because like, I mean, well, because also there's like nothing out there for that kind of stuff. Because like when I was doing all this Jeopardy stuff, I'm like, all right, how do I do that? How do I, you know, like essentially make a Jeopardy show? And like, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. How do I make a game show?
Yeah, and when in doubt, if you see if you look up how to do something, and there's no solution to that, make a video on it.
Exactly.
Make a video on it because no way you're the only person who's looked it up. No,
and like so literally everything I did, it was just from my own brain of how I can, okay, how do I do this? How am I going to program? For examples, like the the countdown thing. When I initially put it in to make those things disappear, to make the countdown actually happen, like, it would do like one side and then the other, and then it would go like back and forth and not like at the same time. Like, oh, how am I going to do this? So I had to actually group those 2 things, like group each individual, like grouping, and then hide the group. But like I didn't even like think of that at first. It was like maybe, and I was like just kind of testing things. So I'm like, oh, let's just group the things together. Wish I would have known that earlier, but I'm just rambling on. Why am I rambling on, Jack? Stop me.
You're good. Nah, dude, it's
sorry, I get excited about this, and it still kills me that it all died. It was all for, I mean, it wasn't all for nothing, but
I think it definitely put our channel on a fast track pace to getting that affiliate. Which is going to be really nice to have on this channel, I think. Obviously, figuring out like if we make more money than we would spend on Jeopardy or our game shows, it might get a little confusing what to do with it. But
well, I think that's like,
I'm so excited for it.
I do want to increase the prize because I think like the higher prize we create, like the higher tiered streamers we can bring on, because they would be more enticed to come on.
More clickbaity it is on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want 50 gifted subs? How much would that be? Oh my god, that would be $250.
$50.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but
what, you would have to be making $1,000 a month.
Yep.
Cover that sub cost.
That's like,
Lord.
I don't know. I'm just kind of.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool. And like, I mean, at that point, you could almost get like any streamer you want, essentially. That's a good chunk of change for them.
Yeah, and if we're at the point where we're affording that, we're big enough ourselves that it would be good for them.
Exactly.
To some extent. Mr. Beast drop on just.
Yeah, sorry. So William said, do a Mr. Beast video, drop 160K on a video. See, it would take
that kind of money.
No. I don't think I'll ever actually see that amount of money in like on like a singular bank account. Unfortunately. Okay. I feel like I have like some stuff to talk about, but like I can't really think about anything. Jack, do you have any topics we want to talk about? Like anything at all?
I mean, I think we covered our normal stuff. It's been changes, a lot of big changes last couple weeks. And I think it's kind of nice that I feel like we're finally kind of settling into a system. Like I still forgot that we were doing this today at this time.
He was about to go.
Because I'm not used to it.
He literally like sent a Snapchat to me saying, "Yeah, all right, I'll look at it later. I'm off to my girlfriend's house to go eat dinner with the family." I'm like, "We got a podcast in 30 minutes, guy."
Yes, yeah, I made that mistake. Oops.
It's a good thing I actually called you, because I don't think you would have seen my Snapchat until you were already there.
Luckily, she only lives like 10 minutes from me. But,
Okay.
it's all right.
What else do we want to talk about?
Well, we can always ask chat if they want anything.
Yeah, chat. Throw your questions in. I know you love us. Okay,
Yeah.
but something I wanted to, I guess, kind of bring up, which I mean, is like I think that like I do want these podcasts to be a little bit longer, maybe. And so I was like thinking, like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe we should start actually bringing some kind of topics to these podcasts. You know, like gives us something to talk
Yeah.
about that's outside of our YouTube and our stream. Like,
Outside of
I
our
don't know.
normal conversation.
Yeah, like outside of our conversation. Like, I don't know, maybe we can talk about well, what's that new, I can't remember. That new game that CD Red Project is working on. That's coming out like soon. Cyberpunk. Isn't that Project CD
Well,
Red?
Cyberpunk.
Right?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
but
know.
like, you
I
know,
haven't
like,
followed Cyberpunk.
hey, let's talk about Cyberpunk. You know, what do we think? What do we think from what we've seen so far? Are you gonna stream it? I'm not gonna stream it. I think we've kind of had this conversation before, where if you stream a game, like a brand new game that's that's gonna be super popular, like Ghost of Tsushima was like when it back in, and then how Cyberpunk is gonna be now. People aren't gonna really watch that.
Yeah. It's kind of hard because it's like it depends on the release of the game. Like when I did my Crusader Kings 3, because that recently came out, I got to see quite a few new people because like it's a brand new game, but it wasn't like huge, right?
Yeah,
It wasn't like something like Tsushima, like everybody was playing. Crusader Kings 3, like there were some people, and I actually had a benefit because I had people coming into my chat and they were like, they were like, hey, do you actually know what you're doing? Because there was all these people streaming it and they had no idea what they were doing. They never played a previous game. And if you know anything about Crusader Kings, it's confusing. A lot going on. It's very confusing.
I get confused just by watching it on your channel.
Yeah, so I had like 2-3 people come in and hang out because I kind of knew what I was doing, or at least like I had experience of Crusader Kings 2. So they got to see it from the experience of somebody who should know kind of what to do, right? Because I've played the prequel. Oh,
I think it's a prequel.
Previous game.
Definitely a prequel.
So it's like it was kind of nice. Got a couple followers out of that.
Yeah, I think like because it is like a niche enough game that a lot of people aren't gonna play it, and it is difficult to get into. So like people won't. It's like I could probably like God, I can't talk right now. Sorry.
Good.
You know, like Shroud. He goes and plays it. He's gonna have no idea what the fuck to do. He's gonna be confused.
Oh God, I would love to see someone like Shroud try to play this game. Oh my God.
Like, but I mean, that's why he goes
Sure,
and plays first-person shooters.
He's a pretty smart lad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like I have 200 hours in the previous game, and it was a struggle for me to figure out what was going on. And like I knew the general idea of how to progress in that kind of game, what you should do, you know, succession laws, how to fabricate claims on people, how to expend your empire, all these things that are kind of complicated, you know, how to deal with vassals, all these weird things. I think that went surprisingly well. I'm gonna stream some more of it probably on Tuesday, actually.
Yeah. Do you think it's a big enough game that you could like stick with it though?
I mean, might be something I can stick with for like a while, right? Because let's see. Sorry about my microphone. If I go check right now, because it came out less than a week ago. It's got 12.7 thousand people watching it right now.
Okay. You should also look up the like the streamer to viewer ratio too.
Yeah. So we're a Twitch tracker.
I don't know.
I think.
It's probably something we should probably do offline. But anyways, like, Okay, so it's a possibility that it could be something you do for a couple of, I don't know, like a month or two maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious now. I have to look.
Okay, and then also, so there's actually a new for my stuff, my channel. I feel like I want to get like big enough and be known as like a Dark Souls piano streamer. Because there is a new Dark Souls-esque game coming out next year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I think I've heard this one.
It's like Elden Rings, I think, is what it's called. And like I'm super excited to play it because I love Dark Souls games. And I'm just hoping that, you know, if I could, like, in this, like, because, you know, the whole Soulsborne community, it's like its own community. If I can become known as like the piano guy in this community, like,
that'd be cool.
Like that, like that's like an example where I can play that new big game that comes out, you know, because like I'm
if people know,
like I'm known as the guy who plays these games on a piano first time through, first run.
First time through. Oh my god, atrocious.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be my Mortal Shell playthrough. Like I've never touched the game. First blind playthrough with a piano.
By the way, the viewers per channel is 96.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's probably the best you can get.
That's pretty
right
good.
now.
That's like up there with like Magic the Gathering. That's like up there with Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, so I might.
Yeah, dude, take a bit.
I might have to start grinding that game. Oh
yeah,
my
dude.
god.
Like I'm not even like seriously.
Some bonus streams.
I don't know if I have bonus streams, but like get to like basically like know as much as you can about the game.
Okay. Like, the reason I say something about bonus streams is one bad thing about my current schedule is that I cannot stream longer if I want to.
Yeah.
Except for on Fridays, and those are my worst days as far as viewer count goes.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be in decent interest to like keep my schedule. I think it's fine, but maybe add some extra fun times to stream just randomly when I feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm not going to try to get in your way, but you know, like some nights I'm hanging out, I don't have anything to do. It might be good for me to do that.
Also something
that might be my best chance right now.
Something I realized this last week: Fridays are god awful to stream on at nights. There are so many people in our community on Friday nights. I had 17 tabs open this Friday in 17 people's streams. Oh. Yeah.
Lord.
And like most of them were like people in our community. It was let's see, like Pigs and Izzy, it was Dorcas, I had Cabana, I had Turbo, I had Pika. Like it was just like a lot of people that like aren't like, you know, like kind of like outer parts of the community, but like they're like centerpieces in the community. Like everyone was streaming Friday night. And I'm like, this is a terrible night to be streaming. At least like at our point right now, because most of our viewers are the people in our community. And so if, you know, we don't, like, there's just too much competition Friday nights. So, I mean, feel free to steal my viewers.
Yeah.
I would just recommend not
Fridays are just
streaming
awkward.
Friday. Yeah, I would recommend not streaming. Maybe, I don't know, do Saturday nights. Although probably Saturday nights are probably just as bad. Because it's, you know.
Yeah, well, I remember I was trying to avoid weekends because I was trying to have my weekends available if I wanted to go somewhere.
That's why a bonus stream. It's a bonus stream. It's not.
Oh yeah, for a bonus stream. Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday nights for a bonus stream.
Yeah, because I was like, there's a lot of Saturdays that I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Another topic, just because I'm trying to expand this video so that we can hopefully hit that 8 hours for affiliate. Because we basically need to average.
Yeah, of course.
Basically need to average an hour for per stream.
Yeah, we do.
This is some news. I don't know if you've heard, but Twitch shut down Twitch Sings.
I heard that. I didn't really know what Twitch Sings was.
You didn't know what Twitch Sings
is?
It's basically karaoke.
Oh.
And so like there were a lot of people that were like super upset. Like, you just killed my Twitch career, you know? And so what do you think about that? What do you think about like Twitch shutting down this whole music side of them, like this whole like thing, this program that they gave to people, and people are saying it killed their Twitch careers?
I mean, do they have any plans of like a replacement type thing?
No. Essentially they're saying it's like, I mean, think about it. It's way too expensive. It will cost them billions for all that music license.
Oh, so that was okay.
And then also think about this. Is it bringing in anyone new? Is Twitch things bringing in people who wouldn't otherwise be on Twitch?
It's interesting because
do they get a return on investment?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
It's like really... I could understand the move, right? Like,
yeah.
I could understand from their perspective, and it's one of those things where it's like, for the individual, that sucks, right? But I mean, to be fair, I mean, and we've talked about this. That's like why we have YouTube and stuff. Is that like, if you're putting all your eggs in that one basket, and it goes wrong, is it really their fault? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's an internet thing. You're talking about music that has licensing, expensive stuff. That's something where it's like you need to have something else.
Yes.
Because things like this happen all the time. I mean, Mixer just died, like what, 2-3 months ago?
Yeah.
And you know, if you had all your eggs in the Mixer basket, you got kind of dumped on, right?
Yeah.
But
like, that's kind of your fault.
Moved to Facebook.
That's like kind of like
it sucks, right? Because it's like, it's not their fault that it went away. And as much as I can say, like,
but it is their fault for putting all their eggs in one basket. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's their fault that, you know, Mixer died. That was all Microsoft and not actually making it any different than Twitch or any other streaming service. But it is their fault that they tried, all right, let's put everything I can into Mixer. Let's make this my thing, and then like and Devin, I watched Devin Nash's video today about it.
I saw the video. I saw that it had come up. I just didn't get a chance to watch it.
So he had a really interesting philosophy about this, about everyone complaining that they killed their Twitch career. He said, if you had to rely on someone else's service for your Twitch career, you're a shitty Twitch streamer. You have bad content.
Yeah, I could see that because they were so from what I'm understanding is that they had to, so Twitch licensed out all of these songs that people were allowed to do karaoke on, and then these people just did karaoke.
Yes. Yeah, essentially, and that's like all. That's in their entire Twitch. So they relied on Twitch to provide them a service for their stream, and then now they're saying they're not going to be able to make it.
Yeah, I think it's a chance for so if these people are really good at this singing stuff, and they're actually making a career out of it, it'd be a time for them to hopefully grow and be able to switch into making personal content, their own songs. And like, if they were that successful and they were making a career out of it, a ghostwriter, like, no shame, do it.
Yeah.
Right? If you get one, it's like, I don't blame people for doing that. I don't think it's that stigmatized anymore. No. I know it used to be, but I don't think it's really like, I mean, heck, PewDiePie openly is like, here's my ghostwriter. Right?
Yeah.
Like, he's cool.
Yeah.
Gotta find ways to adapt and change.
Yeah,
and
see,
if
exactly.
that completely crushes you and you can't change and adapt,
that
is capitalism.
That's like
Welcome
this business, though. That's like this entire like online business. Like things change, and you gotta. Actually, that's just any company. Things change. I like had an entire class about this. Like, life is gonna change. Like, for example, like Amazon. Think about it. Like, people people laughed at Amazon's idea and like their online retailing. Like no one is going to be on this, do online retailing. And now it's like the biggest company in the world. And like just
it's
like
literally
what?
shutting down everyone else.
Yeah, and just like what? Like this past year or two, finally Walmart decided to do 2-day delivery on their stuff. After Amazon's been doing it for like 10 years or something. I don't know. I'm just pointing statistics out of my ass, but
it's one of those things. I was actually having a conversation with somebody about this when we were talking about our merch, our personal merch, and we're like so used to like Amazon speeds of getting things like next day, 2 days later, where it's like, oh, I have to wait like 2 weeks, which is like how it used to be. That was normal.
Yeah. And Amazon changed
it was
that.
Weird. Which like I still totally recommend that the one we do because it's like so cheap. Like it's worth the wait in my opinion. To save that much money.
Yeah, I mean we really don't make that much money off of it, like a couple bucks per shirt. Just because you want to make some money off of it. Anyways, so I'm completely agreeing with you. Like if people are just going to complain and basically not try to adapt, like I agree with Devin Nash. They're not good Twitch streamers. They're gonna just flop. Like, I mean, like look at us. Like we changed our entire channel within like last month because we saw we weren't seeing the growth. All right, we gotta change. We gotta adapt. We gotta find something else. We gotta find something new.
I mean, like I think about how much everything for me has changed from my first ideas in May.
I'm using a piano to play games now.
I was by myself. It was going to be like on my phone vlog. That's what this was supposed to be. It was supposed to be an on my phone vlog, me talking just about myself. And now it's us sitting here talking about Jeopardy and how great it's gone. Like, what? I was just going to play video games.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing Jeopardy. I'm over analyzing Crusader Kings 3 right now.
And like that's and then like even like so like I was actually getting like motivated into like putting in the work and like stuff and like being able to see like, oh yes, if things aren't working, yes, I'm going to change. And then Devin Nash like literally like a couple like half a minute later is like, if you're one of the people who get motivated by the shit I'm saying, you're gonna be the ones that make it. I'm like, yay. Because his like chat was like mad at him for the stuff he was saying, and I'm like, no, this makes sense. Like I understand. Like I'm getting motivated. Like I was actually getting motivated by it.
It's one of those things where it's like it sucks. Like it sucks,
like,
but
no,
that's
it
how
sucks.
it is, and you have to
adapt or die.
But that's also like
that's life too.
That's literally that's everything.
That's just
you do.
life. You can't expect some third party to basically rise you up through anything, really. Like it has to be done on your own.
No, absolutely.
Like, because like
I keep hitting my desk.
Like something that's like really annoying. I'm gonna call my mom out. Is
oh shoot!
Like so like like when I was like kind of having like that down couple of weeks. Like, oh, no one's watching your videos. Like, no, like, should I go? Like, why is that? I'm like basically blaming them, like other people, for not coming to watching me. I'm like, no. Like, if I'm not having viewers, I am not being entertaining enough. I need to figure something out. I need to be more entertaining. That's like, when I started thinking about getting into improv classes. Like, I can't expect people to come to my channel. Like, I have to be the one that creates the content and like, I mean, she kept like doing that. I'm like, this is just getting annoying because I keep telling you, no, I need to be more entertaining. If people aren't coming to me, I need to be more entertaining. I need to find something that will entertain people. Sorry, Mom, I had to throw you under the bus there, but like, that's just like, it's the stuff that Devin Nash was talking about. Like, if you don't have that mindset, like if you just expect people to show up and not having to do anything, then you're gonna fail.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I've heard similar where it was like, summer was wrapping up and views were going down. Things weren't doing as great. And it's like, well, a really good summer is like that's it, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like, you had your summer of fun. That's great. It's a really good way to deal with quarantine. I was like, but I'm not done, right? Like just
No.
because it's not going great, it's like no.
Things weren't going great. We changed. You don't
I was
just
like,
get
I've done minor things compared to you, and I've already seen improvements. I mean, I was averaging like 2 people, and now I've changed my stream time. I've increased the quality of my stream, I think.
Yeah. You have your stream deck now, which will hopefully help out.
Camera, stream deck, these kinds of things, and these have already benefited me. And you know what? I'm gonna be doing Crusader Kings 3 a lot because, you know, maybe that if that's what makes me successful, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because I love that game. I can totally do that. I can fill my stream deck up with specifically Crusader Kings related memes. And then I can just like mash while I'm playing, and then because like I'm not gonna lie, like Crusader Kings 3, it was a super fun game, but I personally don't understand why so many people are watching it, because I feel like it could be kind of boring, right? If I could make it super entertaining and funny, and do these things, like pull people out of the water.
Yes, right? This is what I like to hear, Jack. Oh, this gets me excited. This kind of talk gets me excited. Because like
it does. Now you're gonna start making me smile like a little schoolgirl.
But like I don't know, like talking about this, like talking about like how we're gonna make our streams different from other people, like how, because I think my friends are like keep telling me like, oh my god, I can't believe like you've grown this fast on Twitch. Like I have a buddy who's been streaming for 2 years and still streams for like 0 people. And I'm like, I can guarantee you he does nothing to separate himself from other people. I can guarantee you he doesn't go network with other streamers. He doesn't go do collabs with other streamers like we're doing with Jeopardy. He doesn't come up with original ideas. I can like I didn't actually say that, but I can guarantee you that that guy doesn't do that stuff.
Yeah. Like I feel I felt myself get very validated recently, which you know always feels good when you get validated.
Yeah.
This might be a long spiel, so
Go
get
for
ready.
It. I've been like basically talking this whole time.
Okay, so as you know, I am currently in college in a nursing program, and I am also an honors student, which means that I have to do an honors project. A project that I have to do. You start your sophomore year working on it. Basically, you come up with you're supposed to come up with an idea sophomore year, and then I'm a junior right now. So you're supposed to basically do the project during your junior year, finish it up for senior year, and you're able to like present it or do whatever format it is your senior year. And so originally I was doing this thing about like handoffs and hospitals and exchange of information. It was kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was boring, but I was just doing it because I'm honestly was doing it just so I could keep my scholarship. That's why I was doing it. COVID happened. My idea basically got thrown out of the water because I can't reasonably do my project anymore. I can't go into hospital. I'm supposed to be in hospitals right now working, and I can't do that. They're not letting us in. So I couldn't really do it how I wanted to do it. It's early enough in the project that I can start over. I can do something new. It's okay, right? It's early enough. That's not that big of a deal. So I'm talking to my professor because I have a mentor specifically that I chose to help me with my thing. We're just talking. We're just, whatever. We just finished talking about how I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do this, and off on a tangent because we're talking about like my video quality and like my microphone and my unnecessary setup for Zoom calls.
Yeah.
And then I get super into it. I start talking way too much. Found out this guy who's my anatomy and physiology teacher also used to like this kind of stuff, where he was super into like photography. He was an English major first. This guy's teaching anatomy and physiology now. I don't even know how he ended up there. We both really liked it. He had even started to think about going into it because he's a teacher. He's trying to get more income. That's just life, right?
Yeah.
And talking about it, and literally his idea, this was his idea for my project, to make a YouTube video about how to make a viral video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And all of the aspects of that, because that goes pretty deep if you want to. If you wanted to, you could get deep into that.
I mean, there's like hundreds
deep
of
enough
hours
that it could be,
of stuff on
you go
YouTube
deep
you
enough
watch. Sorry.
go deep enough, you can make a research project out of it. And then because of like the looseness of how our school does our honors projects, because it doesn't have to be based on my major, it doesn't have to be like specifically a like paper. It doesn't say it has to be a paper. Like it can be as long as it's approved, you're cool. Like it's cool. And his idea was for me to make a YouTube video. That was just like, obviously I'm gonna have to put a lot of work into it. I would make it super high quality, make sources, all these things, because it's still an academic style thing. I think that would be so cool. And I was just like, and the reason we talked about this because I ended up talking about, I was like, yeah, I make like $200 a month doing this right now. He's like, that's insane. I need to be doing that. What the hell am I doing? And he's like, because I was like, yeah, I talk in front of like 7 people on average. And he's sitting there, it's like, I teach in front of like 20 students a class, 4 classes like a day, you know, that's like 100 students a day. He's like, at that rate, you're making more money than I am. Or like your audience size if you scaled it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I feel quite validated.
I love like when people like tell me like how like, you know, like validate like what I'm actually doing, because we've talked about this a lot. It's a beating a dead horse here, but when you first tell someone, oh yeah, I'm, you know, streaming on Twitch, it's like, oh, he's streaming for like 1 or 2 people, you know, not really doing anything. It's like, no, I'm making like $200 an extra a month from it.
Yeah, I can't imagine what my mentality is gonna feel like when, you know, if I hit partner or something like that, where it's like,
yeah, right?
Like if you're at the point where I'm like, I make as much money as you do doing this or more.
Yeah.
You know, like or more, because like if I'm scaling, if I'm at 75 average, it's like 2,000 a month, buddy.
And also, here's the thing: you just need one whale. You need one whale. Do you know that term? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea what that is. Oh wait. Let me guess.
Yeah.
You get one person who's already really big to shout you out and reference you maybe, and they're like, oh, okay. Well,
one person who really loves what you do, what you're all about, and they will basically donate like a crap ton, like essentially 50% of your income.
Those whales.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You get those guys who just drop $500 donations randomly, and you're like, hello?
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. Like you just need one whale.
Yeah, dude, I whales.
Because I don't like I can't remember where it was, but like for like these big streamers, I think it's like you know, off their donations, like gifted subs, like that, you know, that part of their income, like I think it's like somewhere around like 70% of their income are from like a handful of people, like less than 1% of their viewers.
No, absolutely, because like there's those people who have way too much money and way too much time on their hands.
Yeah.
And luckily enough for them, they really like their content and are
very generous.
Also very generous.
Yes.
And are like, wow, I really like, and they love, and they want to support that, which I think is super cool. And since they can, they're like, I'm going to single-handedly support this person because of how good I think they are.
Yeah, exactly.
So cool.
So we just need to find that one whale, and then boom, we're quitting our jobs.
I gotta find me my Crusader King's whale. Start milking that cow.
Yep. Could you imagine?
God, I hate myself sometimes.
Why? I mean, like that. I mean, that like just that's just what happens when you become a bigger streamer. You have like that one person that just donates all their money to you because they really like you.
And as Mom Pig just said, be careful not to have all your eggs in one whale.
Well,
that's true.
No, that's true.
But a whale is better than not a whale.
Well, that's why I said like income from like your donations, your bits, your gifted subs. Like that's what I mean. Like just like that part. Like when you get to the part of partner, that's when you start getting what's the word for it? Sponsors. You know.
Sponsors, yeah. There you go.
That's when like, you know, all right, we'll pay you X amount of money like for 3 months, X amount of money per month, have our logo on it, and you know, if you want, talk about our product. You talk about it in your YouTube. it's more prevalent in YouTube about talking about the product, but something Devin Nash was talking about. I'm going to keep referencing Devin Nash because, you know, he and Harris Heller are like the guys for growing on Twitch and YouTube. Like, follow their advice.
Yeah.
You want to grow on YouTube and
One
Twitch.
thing I do like is that they do differ a little bit.
They do differ a little bit,
quite a few things.
and sometimes I do like when they have differing opinions.
I know, because I was like, I get to see their sides, and it's
Yeah.
cool because they talk about it and
Yeah.
they don't get mad at each other. Super nice change of pace from most things in life.
Yeah, but anyways, so like, you know, there's, I can't remember what streamer he is referencing, but like, he gets paid more for sponsors than anyone else, even though he doesn't have as high as viewers, because he essentially sells the product on his stream, so more people actually buy the product from him.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where you have to be careful though, right? Because hypothetically, at our level, we could already seek sponsors, which is stupid.
I
don't do it.
Yeah, because
you can't,
especially,
which is mind blowing to me.
Yeah, but like,
they
it's
would let
not
you do
worth
that.
it in my sense, from what
no,
I'm seeing. Like, yeah, it's
Probably
cool you have a
not.
sponsor, but usually, what, like, you know, these sponsorships would do is they're gonna give you a terrible rate, and you're gonna be stuck there for a long time. You're gonna be stuck with that sponsor for a long
and
time at
usually-
that rate, and there's no way out.
Like, maybe you get discount on their
Yeah,
on their
it's
gear. That's like all you get, and
yeah.
it's like,
All right,
no.
I mean, I think it's like, all right, here, we'll give you $200 a month for the year. Here's our sponsor. But thing is, like that is like great investment for that company, because a year's a long time. That streamer might blow up, and if they blow up, they're still stuck in that contract. You know, they got off dirt cheap on getting that. And they probably have statistics of like, all right, how many people we're going to offer this deal to, because they have a statistic. This many people will statistically get big, and it'll be very profitable for us. And essentially, they're just taking advantage of you.
Even when you are big, you have to be careful. That's when
Yeah,
you're
no.
like, because then it's like, you know, they're gonna lowball you, and you gotta be careful. I'm seeing examples in the chat. I have no idea what happened to T Swift or Prince. No idea.
And then like Devin Nash had like this whole video about it too.
There's
like,
videos all over the place. I
yeah.
feel like about that.
And
Just like, don't do it.
yeah,
Like,
don't-
there's like
don't
very
do it.
small handful that are actually beneficial for you.
Yes,
And it makes sense. I have no value to it. I don't bring
No.
any value to the table
No.
right now. I don't. Like
No.
I reach like what 100 people a month maybe,
Maybe,
right now
maybe.
if I'm lucky.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, maybe. And like, what am I like? Even getting one person to buy something's gonna be unlikely,
Yeah.
right? Like, so what? I'm worth maybe like $20 to them a month. Luck if I'm lucky.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No.
they statistically go out and think, you know, how many people can we do this statistically? How many people like in this group are going to blow up and actually make us some money? And that's why I'm saying, like, at our point, they're just taking advantage of us. Like, they don't really.
Don't take the sponsors if you need them for the income.
No.
If you're trying to do it just for a little bit of income and like so you can get things going, like, no, you should be doing it when you're already established, and then you're diversifying your income.
Yes.
And some people don't like, sometimes just some people don't even do it. It's just like not worth it to get involved in that kind of crap. And
Yeah.
like,
Because
especially
I
long-term
mean,
ones,
because you know, you sign with one sponsor, that cuts off a lot of other people. That cuts off a lot of other companies that, you know, if you get big, they can't sponsor you because you're already sponsored with company A, and you're stuck with a
unless you're
contract.
Shroud or Ninja and you just go to Mixer for 6 months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's a whole different. That's not really a sponsor
I
though. That's
know.
just but
Yeah.
yeah, and then you're stuck in this contract for a year, 2 years. I don't know how long the contracts are exactly, but it's 100%
or if
taking
they've
advantage
got
of
like
you.
some horrible thing you have to go through to leave,
Yes,
something
yeah.
like that.
It's just not worth it. And
No, it's not.
no, and I know there's like some people in the community have been talking about getting sponsors, and I'm glad.
Are they really?
Like, yeah, Yeah, I don't want to name names. I'm not going to name names, obviously.
Okay.
But I'm just like, I think it's like they're almost doing it for the clout more than the income. And I mean, like they're doing it to feel like legitimized, like this is a legitimate thing they're doing. But it's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. Like because if you do get to the point where you can actually make an income off of this, it's gonna hinder you. It's gonna hinder your growth. It's gonna hinder you with other sponsors. It's a short-term gain. Short-term gain, long-term loss. I see it as.
Especially if you're dedicated to like go somewhere with it. Like
Yes.
like I remember I was looking to rate somebody, and I decided to rate somebody who's bigger than me for once. He was a guy who has like 30 to 40 average viewers. His big things, he's trying to get that he's trying to make that jump into partner, which is like when you're at that 40 something, yeah, that's reasonable like to go for that, because I bet he hits 70 some days, right?
Yeah.
Because like I will hit double what I normally do some days, so I'm sure he gets up there. But I'm looking at it and he's like, his things like Team G Fuel and like all this crap. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, this just looks bad. And he's got like G Fuel like fridge in the background, and
I bet he paid for the G Fuel fridge. I bet he paid himself out of his own personal money.
Like, yeah, dude, I just got my fridge. I was just like, I remember I went and commented his background because it was everything. I thought the background looked really cool. I think he's like, oh yeah, dude, I just got my G Fuel fridge. And I'm like looking, I'm like, oh Lord. And then he's on like Team G Fuel, like the actual team, which I don't know if you know, but there's like 300 people in that. Of course, like the top people, there's like, there's like 1% streamers.
No. Like I know what you're talking about, because Harris Heller made an entire video about this, and like, they go to these like small streamers and like, we'll promote you out. We'll, look at these big time streamers we have in our list. You'll be one of them, but they won't do shit for you. They won't do anything for you.
No. And then it's tier system, right? And you're on tier 1 and they're on tier 12.
Yes. Yeah.
And you'll never do that.
Yeah. No. And then you're stuck in it's the contract. The long-term contracts are where it is. I mean, if a company comes to me and says, all right, honestly, if like a sponsor comes to me and is like, all right, a month, like if it's a short-term sponsor, honestly, I'll take it.
Yeah, and that's different. Like short time.
Yeah, short-term. Okay, if it's short-term, go for it. But if it's like a long-term contract and it's like dirt cheap, I mean, it might seem a lot right now.
You're only gonna get long-term.
Yeah, but we're only getting long-term for this because like we're not big enough for that. But if you're lucky enough to get a short-term at the level we are, go for it. Go for it.
You won't.
We're telling you not to do the long-term stuff because it's just gonna hurt you in the end.
I'm telling you though, short-term for streamers our size doesn't exist because
it doesn't.
Especially short time.
It's not worth it.
I have zero value. They are losing money. If they give me any benefit, they are losing money. Like just don't do it.
No, like I'm trying to think like what like a good time to actually bring in sponsors is, because I don't even know if like being a partner would be like big enough to actually start bringing in long-term contracts, because that's like still pretty low.
Want to be somewhere between like 100 to 300 concurrent.
I was gonna say at least 200. I was gonna think 200 average. Because then I know that Devin Nash recommends you getting an agent around like 1,000 current viewers.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's like so far away. Dream world. But
Devin Nash even average 1,000.
Well, I mean, he runs his own whole entire own like.
I was like, then again, he's his own agent.
Like he's literally no. Well, he is an agent for other people too. He's an agent for streamers. That's what he does. He has an agency. So he knows how to negotiate the deal. So he doesn't need an actual agent. What a rant we went on.
I mean that's podcast for you.
Yeah. I want to actually do more stuff like this. I enjoyed talking about stuff outside of our streams. I enjoyed this. I think like we should maybe like bring up topics like this again. Like maybe come like prepared to topics, and we can go on these long rants about what we think about this stuff.
Well, I know a lot of times we sit around and we talk for long periods of time about what we're gonna do with our content, what we should do, coming up with these ideas. I don't see why we couldn't do that live.
Yeah.
Input from people.
The only issue is like I feel like there's a lot of dead space and a lot of thinking when we do that. That's the only issue I have with doing that.
If you think about it, like I was like this idea of like maybe like with my Crusader Kings 3 thing, where it's like, like sometimes if you, especially like when you're small and stuff, if you want to grow, you have to find your niche and just do like the one thing, right? You're talking about doing Dark Souls with a piano.
Yeah.
Maybe mine is being Mimi and Crusader Kings and getting that thing down, because I'm looking, man. I was looking at the stats because I'm a stat nerd.
Yeah.
There's early mornings, oddly enough, when I stream, the viewer to streamer ratio hits over 200.
Oh my god. Is that just like for the entire Twitch or Crusader Kings?
Crusader Kings.
Wow.
3. For example, on this last Friday when I streamed and I decided for some stupid reason to be playing Detroit Become Human, there were 51,000 viewers and 230 channels.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm looking at the graph, and it's interesting, right? The viewer counts are staying the same. The number of streamers keeps dropping.
Ooh.
And like the viewers have like dropped a little bit because like
I wonder if that's be like the lower like level streamers trying to play it and then like give up because they don't see any growth and try and like move on to the next game. Oh, speaking of that, remember when we first started and we're like, hey, we're just gonna be variety streamers. We're just gonna stream whatever game we want. And now we're like moving on to our niche.
Yeah, and I think that's something, and I think that's something that always is how people do, and that's what you do, right? You start off, you kind of you mess around, and you figure out what works for you. And for you, that piano thing, that's clearly working. That's doing super well. I think absolutely you should go for it.
No, I am.
Incorporate more things, dance pads, do Dance Revolution, playing video games, or like that kind of stuff. Super cool. Crusader Kings 3 just came out.
Yeah.
If I want to get into that and become really good at it, and
it's a good time for you. It's a good time for you. It's a good time,
right? Like it's at its peak right now.
Yeah. Now
if I can build that base now, and then transfer that when I move to maybe I just end up playing grand strategy games. I love those games. I'm not opposed to the idea.
Okay.
Hearts of Iron 4, basically every Paradox game that's ever been released.
Yeah.
I think that's Paradox, right? I'm not losing my mind.
I don't know these games, so it's that's your thing.
Exactly. I already know at least enough. It seems like every day it peaks at like 40 to 50,000, and there's always less than 300 streamers. It never.
Keep talking. I'm gonna go to Twitch Tracker and see how like Sekiro is doing. Like the games I'm playing. Keep talking though.
Yeah. So it's just like, no, it's something where that. I mean, an average of 96 viewers per channel. Like, of course, right? There are a handful of huge channels, and I know that number is highly skewed upwards, and people who are probably botting, right? Guarantee you, right? Because I know when I looked, there was like some Chinese thing that had like way too many viewers, and I was like, no way, this isn't real. Like, you don't have like 2,000 people watching you. I don't believe it. Looking at the quality, you can look at the quality of these things.
Yeah.
No way.
Unless you're XQC.
Yeah.
Exception.
Yeah, exactly.
Exception to the rule. Okay, so
it's always exception.
Sekiro's like, okay, so it has like only 313 live viewers, but it's only 50 live channels.
For
Sekiro, so it's an average of 13.2 viewers per channel. I am on average.
There's much more
I am an
in that.
average Sekiro streamer, according to Twitch Tracker.
Sounds about right.
Let's see what
that is
Mortal
what, like,
Shell is.
one of those hard things about the games
Oh,
that
wow. Okay,
this is
maybe
something you're gonna have to deal with.
Maybe I don't. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna play Mortal Shell because my Twitter said so, but it's live viewers is 127, live channels 28.
Yeah. So this is something that I feel like you're gonna probably have to deal with for a while.
Yeah.
With you, the niche that you've chosen with is you're playing story games, right? These are games that usually you watch once, you play once, and you're done, right? Like, Detroit Become Human.
Okay.
You watch that, you play through that thing once, you don't really care to watch it again. There's too much overlap. Even if you choose completely different story arcs, it's hard to stay entertained.
Yeah.
Something with like my Crusader Kings 3 thing, very replayable. There's 100. There's like probably like literally like thousands of ways to start the game.
Yeah.
Thousands of ways it could go. Replayability is much, much higher. People are like, new things can always happen. So that's something you're just gonna have to. I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. Well, okay,
I mean, like,
so,
you bring something to the table that makes it rewatchable. Though,
exactly.
Right?
I'm playing games of the piano.
At least not that.
Yeah, I have that. And then, like I said, I want to get into like improv, which will hopefully help with my commentary and being funny and entertaining on stream. Because like, I know, like, when I watch myself, like, it irritates me because like I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, I actually watch myself and I'm like, I'm boring. Like, I'm like being boring right now. Lane, what are you doing? Do something.
I know the feeling.
And then
where
in
you're
my
like,
mind, I'm like,
wow, I'm so boring.
And then like, but in my mind, I'm like, at this point, I could be talking about this. Why are you not talking about this? You know?
Yeah, and I think that's something that, like, even with improv classes, it's literally something you just have to get used to.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn on the way. I think they can help. Absolutely.
I mean, like I know, like, eventually it's gonna get better. Like, go watch our first stream. Go watch, like, probably watch our first stream.
Oh my.
I can bet we are like so much better, so much like more interactive with just the world and the game we're playing with. So much more entertaining. Like, we've made strides, but I really want to like push myself into like being, you know, more entertaining than I can without these improv classes, or like just like any comedy classes. Like, essentially, like, just like studying comedy is what I want to do right now.
Just reminds me, I found this artifact of like old times. I was like,
Okay.
oh, this hurts my soul to look at. It's a clip I accidentally made of my stream maybe 4 years ago.
Oh, is it
I was
still
playing
there?
PUBG.
Is it still there?
Early PUBG.
Ooh. Any chance you
And
can... on? Any chance we could share your
it's
screen?
just like, I can just find the clip and send it.
Oh, you want to
I
just
suppose.
put on the clip? Yeah,
let
send
me
the clip.
let me find it first.
Okay.
Let me find the clip.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I can realize that we are, you know, we're so much better. Like, even these podcasts where we were like, you know, thanks. We're talking about.
It's okay. It's usually so.
We're like, even like in our first couple of podcasts, you know, we were talking about the whole thing. We're still being more entertaining than we were back like a couple months ago. And yeah, we're just like, it is something that is slowly building. Oh no, send it to me. Send it to me in Discord.
I just watched it for a second.
Oh, did you?
I just watched it for a second. I can't even tell. I think I say damn it at the beginning, so.
Alright, you send it in Discord?
Dude, listen to the quality of that audio.
Alright, hold on. Let me just...
Probably.
Oops, alright, let me switch over to desktop. You don't see us, but here we go. Oh, I was in this one too, wasn't I?
You are in this one.
Oh god.
Right. It's just like, it's clearly I accidentally clicked it, but
Man, we are showing your viewers we are.
You can't even hear me.
I know, I normally do like honestly really well, but No, I can't hit play.
I can't play either. All right.
Refresh UI.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can go watch any other clip we've like,
Right.
any other like just anything else we've made so far, and like it's just like such a difference. It's like crazy.
It's a weird flashback for me because I was using my old computer. Like
Yeah.
I only have one part left from that computer. I get that fan noise. Is so distinct to me. I know that fan noise so well.
'Cause
My microphone is so bad. It picks it up.
how you can't even hear me. How the hell were you listening to me? I don't know. Maybe it's
I
Like-
heard you. I heard you in there when I listened to the clip.
yeah, I know, but I'm like
Um,
super quiet.
Oh yeah, it's just
It's like it's crazy. Like we've made like so much progress, mostly equipment, but just being like entertaining.
yeah. I know I have old hidden YouTube videos from my first attempts like 4 years ago to try things.
I have my YouTube videos. I kind of want to go back and watch like the original like the forest gameplay we did.
We can do that right now.
I mean, I know we can do it right now, but like I don't want to watch like the entire thing on for the podcast.
No, I agree.
But-
that one's interesting because that was the first time we both were kind of basically working on something. It was still
Yes.
you, like 90% of it, but it was like you were like, "Hey, I need to record this. Do you mind getting on?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Yeah.
So like I kind of felt like I was a part of the
Mhm.
experience.
Yeah. But like I mean like even like because I like cut it so it's only like the most interesting parts. I still feel like we're more entertaining than those most interesting parts now.
Yeah. I mean, like in little things like I don't know, a face cam,
Yeah.
helps so much because
Yeah.
especially on Twitch, people are there to interact
See your
with
face. Yeah.
your face, your conversation. They
Mhm.
want to be a part of it. If you don't have your face, you just scroll past. It's just
Yeah.
gameplay. Nobody cares. You don't come to Twitch for gameplay. Nobody cares.
No, like at least like at our level, you come for like interacting with the streamer.
Yeah. If you're Shroud, yeah, sure, gameplay.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes
Shroud,
sense for-
Summit 1G, Sneaky. You know, you go there because they're amazing players and I wonder what they do. But for us, you come here for the
But
community.
even then, if you took their face away, I guarantee you their views drop dramatically.
Yeah. Oh, who was it? There's like actually like this like really big like streamer who doesn't have a face cam. But once again, exception, not the.
Unicorn. He's a unicorn.
Yeah,
Almost every big streamer is an exception to the rule.
Yeah, in some one way or
Right.
another.
Yeah, they all are exceptions, in some way. But usually that exception is what made them successful, right?
Yes. Okay, I think we've been going on for an hour and a half about. I think it's about time to call it an episode. I enjoyed this.
Okay.
I enjoy talking. No, well, all right, yeah. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep, just come up with random topics to talk about on this podcast because I think it's more entertaining.
We need to because we need the hours.
We need the hours. Also, I think people would be more interested in the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like, do we want to like maybe push like what we like talking about our YouTube videos and stuff to the end after we go on these rants? Because
It would be,
I mean, honestly, like if people are gonna watch through our entire video, those are the ones gonna be interested in that stuff. But first time comers, the first thing they see in this video is us talking about just like our podcast or our streams and how our YouTube's doing. I think that might actually throw some people off.
One problem is that I feel like a lot of our conversations stem from something we talk about related to our thing.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Or like it'll get brought up, or we'll end up bringing that stuff up. So it would have to be something we balance.
Yeah. Maybe not talk so
I don't know.
long about our podcast or about our streams.
I don't feel like we talked very long. It's like 20 minutes.
It was 30.
But-
No, I think we talked for like 30.
Was it?
Yeah, because I was like around 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh, that's way too short for this podcast. Quick topics. Then we talk for an hour about topics.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, I don't know. It's something we're probably gonna have to think about off because I'm gonna sit here and be like,
Yeah. Like I said, like,
what do I do?
this is one of those things where, you know, we could talk about it on podcast, but it's gonna be a lot of dead space in us thinking, and that's not entertaining.
Man, I'm all excited now though. Like, I got a direction.
Yes. Yeah.
wanna go
Like
right
now
now.
you know how I kind of feel when I figure out this piano thing. Like I have a direction to go.
I like it. Meme saters. I don't
Beam
know.
Cedars. Anyway, thank you everyone
Something.
for coming to our the
Forcing
live
words.
podcast. We appreciate all the support. If you found us on YouTube, thank you much for getting this far. I know it's longer than our usual
I'm
podcast.
surprised you're here. Why are you here?
It's longer than our usual podcast, but I think this is kind of like what we want to, the direction we want to take the podcast now. Switching up the podcast in the middle of a podcast. Please like the
Heck
video.
yeah, buddy. That's what this podcast is all about.
Leave a comment about like any of the topics we talked about. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think about people being upset that, you know, the Twitch music or Twitch Sings died, and people being upset? And
Twitch
what do you think about
Sings.
Devin? What do you think about Devin Nash's comment? Like, if you relied on that, you suck as a streamer. Give us your thoughts about that, and subscribe
that's
for
harsh.
more streamer stories and streamer Jeopardy. Hopefully, if we can get that worked out. And we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, I have actually one thing I need to mention.
Oh, yep. Go ahead.
New emotes on the way. We're on the way. Be
Nice.
ready.
We ready.
That's all I got. Sorry.
We'll see you guys next time.